how much do you think I made in 2023 from AdSense and from sponsorship on that YouTube channel? How much do you think it is?
Whoa. Okay. I didn't come prepared for that. That's a good question.
What would you say is the best way to make money online right now for someone who wants to get into one of your spaces?
The e-commerce business I had was selling pillows. I sold pillows.
But yeah, break that down step by step. What would be step one if I want to create a blog and then make money from it?
2 websites that I would consider weak, ranking on the first page of Google.
So at this stage, when I'm writing the content, do I use AI? What are your thoughts on AI? Have you used it, and has it played any significant role?
Yeah, I tried to publish 1,000 blog posts in 2023. Back in 2011, when I quit my job, everybody was writing that SEO was dead. Everyone. Find a real audience, find a real niche, find people that you're trying to help, and truly produce content or create products that are going to serve that audience.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Spencer. We have Spencer Haws with us today. And those of you who don't know who Spencer Haws is, he is the founder of nichepursuits.com, which is a blog that teaches people how to make money online. And he has also founded, let me list out the things, Spencer, and then tell me what I miss. You have created and sold, what was it? It was Longtail Pro, which was a keyword research tool back in the days. Then you started Link Whisper, which is an on-page SEO tool, plugin. And then you started Motion Invest, which is an online marketplace to buy and sell websites. These are the ones that I think are big and that I know about. What are the things that I missed?
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good introduction. That hits a lot of the highlights for sure. I have another new WordPress plugin that hasn't grown as much as Link Whisper yet, but it's called Rank Logic. So I have 2 WordPress plugins, Rank Logic and Link Whisper, that I'm working on. And then, yeah, just Niche Pursuits, trying to grow that community there, right? It's got the blog, YouTube channel, podcast. Those are the main things that I'm working on. I've dabbled in lots of other things, built lots of niche websites, bought and sold websites. I had an e-commerce business for a while, ran for a few years that was primarily on Amazon, but sold that business, 2018 or something. So I've dabbled a lot with online business, but software and the blog is primarily what I'm focusing on right now. So.
Do you remember, Spencer, when I was on Niche Pursuits podcast back in the days? Do you remember when it was? I was looking it up today.
The year? Yeah. I remember that you did it, but gosh, I don't know. I would say 2017?
Very close. Good. 2016. Yeah.
2016. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
It is a long time ago. I'll tell you, I was a freelance writer back in the days. So in 2012, I was working on Odesk, which is now Upwork, and I was writing. I was getting paid $1 for every 500 words ish, and that's all I knew. I knew how to write, not even good copywriting, just basic English. That's what I was doing in Bangladesh back in the days, and yeah, life was good. No complaints. I was in school. Everything was good, and then slowly, I don't know how, I got hooked into you. So Niche Pursuits, and also Pat from Smart Passive Income, Pat Flynn.
Yeah.
And I can confidently say that these 2 websites, podcasts, basically these 2 platforms have completely changed my life. I didn't even know what affiliate marketing was. Then you and Pat taught me what, not directly, but yeah, you taught me what affiliate marketing is. I remember I was watching, it was audio only podcast back in the days, and a lot of blog posts about, remember you used to do those public case studies, project 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely.
Yep. Good old days. So I was following those. Then I created a few websites. Some of them, a lot of them didn't work initially. Then one did. And then I sold that for $4,500. Then I went on nichepursuits.com. Then I did affiliate marketing for a few more years, and then sold a few big websites, had a few big exits, then came to Ireland in 2017 to do a master's in digital marketing and finished that, and then went into the agency world and then content on the side. So yeah, it's been a while, and thanks for everything that you did, man. You don't even know how you helped me.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because, when we look at our analytics for our website or our YouTube channel, we see the numbers, right? It's like, we see that 10,000 people read this article or whatever. And I know that a lot of people followed those projects back in the day, Niche Site Project 1 through 4. And so I do love hearing feedback, kind of in person that, hey, that impacted me and either gave me an idea to start my own site or kind of gave me this guideline of, hey, I can do this. And so I love hearing that you, of course, took a few nuggets, right, of just things that we shared. I think if anything, my journey is similar in terms of just seeing what other people did and shared, whether it was reading the Warrior Forum or following other bloggers from a long time ago, just seeing that, hey, they're actually making money with their websites, and you can do affiliate marketing, you can do Google AdSense, like just realizing you can really do this and getting that confidence and seeing a model that you could follow. I did the same thing. And so I love being able to kind of pay it forward, if you will, and seeing that you've done that and had success as well. So appreciate it.
Thank you. Do you remember how you got into the world of make money online?
Yeah. So back in the day, I really just, I was going to college, got my first job in finance, and really just wanted to see if I could build a business on the side. And the only thing I could do was online because working full time, I was married, and really just wanted to see, hey, can I build a website? And so that led me to the journey of, okay, can I start a blog? And I started a blog, made no money, had no idea how to get any traffic. That's really what led me down the rabbit hole of doing some searches and finding forums and other bloggers of like, how do I get traffic to a blog? How do I even do that? And then the next step was like, oh, once you get traffic, you actually make some money. It went beyond just how do you build a website to how do you make money from your website. So that was back in 2006. And then, that led me to my journey. Quit my job in 2011, figured things out during that time frame. 2011, quit my full-time job in banking, and have been building online businesses ever since.
Were you making good money when you quit your job?
Yeah, I didn't quit my job until I was making more from my day job, more from my side businesses than I was from my day job. My niche sites at the time were probably making about $10,000 a month before I quit my job. And so, that gave me plenty of income to say, all right, I'm doing this full time, went all in at that point.
Is that how you made your first dollar online, creating and building niche sites and affiliate marketing or ads? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, maybe I take that back. I sold a couple things on eBay. I'd sold, a couple things. Maybe that was my true first online dollar. I sold a few old things on eBay, but then yes, after that was niche sites, affiliate marketing, Google AdSense.
I'll quickly dive into YouTube, and then we'll get back on making money online from blogs and niche sites. I saw you're really, I'm not sure when you started doing it, but I saw from last year, 2023, that you started focusing more and more on YouTube. Is that something that you're deliberately doing? Because before that, I saw you you had a new host for Niche Pursuits, the podcast, a very successful, a big podcast, I think. And you had a new host, you kind of stepped aside from that one. And then I thought you would. And then before that, I remember you stopped selling your courses and stuff. You had one, and then you did it was a blog post, and I think it was a newsletter as well. That you'll not do that anymore. So sorry, Chrome does that. Apple does that from time to time. Yeah. So why did you focus on YouTube last year, or where do you think content is going for you?
Yeah, so you're right that I am starting to be more deliberate about YouTube, trying to grow the channel there. It's a very interesting platform, right? It's a place where I feel like you can build stronger relationships, right? You can look at people and see them, they see you, they trust you a little bit more. I've done really, really well with the blog. And the model that I've kind of followed is, okay, I've started the blog. I originally wrote all the content, but now I have a team that is writing the content, and I've been able to kind of put a process in place where the team is essentially running the blog, right? I have a content manager, so I've successfully kind of removed myself from the day-to-day operations there after I figured out how to run it. Same with the podcast. I ran the podcast for many years. And then I brought in Jared. He's a great podcast host. Part of it's burnout, just having to do one or two interviews every week. And part of it is just it wasn't my favorite thing to do. I enjoy getting on podcasts and doing it. But if you have to do it every single week for 10 years, it's like maybe time to just step away from that. And I didn't want it to die, so I brought in Jared, and he's done very well. YouTube is a platform that I have never really figured out, and it's a rapidly growing platform. And so if I truly want to build my audience a little bit more, YouTube is just the obvious place to be to grow that audience. And so I felt like, hey, if I want to do it right, I need to jump in, do it myself for a period of time. How long that is, I don't know, right? Let's say for a couple years, right? I'm going to jump in, I'm going to be the YouTube guy. But after that, I would love to position it in a way where I can remove myself and have somebody else be the face of the YouTube channel. So that would be the long-term goal. So you can watch along over the next couple of years to see if that actually happens, but we'll see.
I'll tell you about a dilemma that I'm having with my YouTube channel, and it kind of ties back to you having to. Sorry, my cat is disturbing you.
No, that's all right. Keeps it interesting for viewers. Right?
I know. I saw you started another YouTube channel, one for the podcast, and then one for your other short form YouTube channel. I'll tell you where I am at with my YouTube thing. So I grew my YouTube channel from nothing basically to over 1 million subs now, very engaged subscribers. And then the Facebook page is also very big. It has nearly 1 million followers. So I get, on an average, I'd say 500,000 view every week across all the platforms. And Instagram is big, though I don't really upload much on Insta. TikTok is big as well. But Facebook and YouTube would be the primary ones. The problem is, it's all Bengali. It's everyone who the content is obviously in Bengali. It's not in English, so I don't have international people who speak English don't watch Bengali content. So that's a problem. Now, I wanted to tackle that in two different ways, and you tell me which one is right. I'm not sure if you know, so sorry to put you on the spot there. But yeah, one part of me says that I should create a separate English channel, post there, and try to grow that English channel from scratch. The other part of me says that people from Bangladesh understand English, so they'll still watch the English channel. And if I upload English videos, like for example, this podcast will be live on that 1 million subscriber YouTube channel. So, and a lot of them will understand what we're talking about. Most of them, I think, they're not comfortable watching English content, but they understand English content fine. So it's not going to be a huge problem. Yeah. But if I do that, if I upload English videos in that Bengali YouTube channel, then would new potential subscribers from the States or from Ireland or from UK will watch that channel, what's that specific video, then click on the channel, see a bunch of videos in Bengali, and then just not subscribe because most of the videos are still in Bengali. What would you do? I'm not sure what to do.
That would be my hunch. Right, is if I went to a channel and I look at the page and it's mostly in Bengali, if I don't understand 90% of the content, I'm probably just not going to subscribe, So that would be my hunch, is that, the US or English-based viewers maybe are a lot less likely to subscribe if it's mixed language content. I don't know if it's the other side, right? Like, do less people subscribe in Bangladesh or those that speak Bengali if you mix in English content with it? Maybe, right? Maybe that's my hunch. So I am kind of enjoying the separate channel strategy. And so that would be where I would lean perhaps for you, is like, hey, consider just a separate English channel, and that's all you upload there. I think that's what Mr. Beast does, right? He has foreign language channels. He keeps it totally separate as well. Of course, he's at a whole other level. So always following what he does maybe isn't, the right strategy, but in this case, maybe it is. So
yeah, maybe it is. The other part of me says that Bangladesh is supposed to be the 9th largest economy in the next 10 years. It has 170 million people right now. So a big market and a lot of potential subscribers, future viewers. So should I convert everything into English? Would that be the right thing to do? And English also has more competition compared to Bengali. So that's the other side of it.
Yeah, no, and that's the one thing that I thought of it as well, is that your competitive advantage is that you're speaking in Bengali. You can tap into Bangladesh and everywhere that wants to follow your content. And I mean, nobody in the US can compete with you, right? Like
Yeah.
we don't speak the language.
Yeah.
So that is the other aspect, is like, is it the right move? And that's something that you need to think through, is like, just double down where you're at and just continue to
Mm.
grow this thing, right? Like, is there a problem doing that? The thing to consider, right, is the bottom line, right? Are the dollars all coming from English-based clients? Right? Are you getting enough Bengali-based, clients, or however you want to look at that, right? So you just got to look at the bottom line of, okay, if I'm at X right now and I think I can 10X this thing over the next few years, like, hey, maybe you're okay.
Speaking of the bottom line, let me give you another interesting stat. So again, I have that YouTube channel, and it has over a million subs, etc., etc. How much do you think I made in 2023 from AdSense and from sponsorship on that YouTube channel? How much do you think
Ooh,
it is?
whoa, okay. I didn't come prepared for that. That's a good question. Um, Let me think about this. If I think about my channel, I really don't make very much. It's not my goal, right?
Yeah.
To make a whole lot. But let's say I'm making $1,500 a month just from display ads,
Yeah.
right? Um, your channel is way bigger than mine, but you're gonna be paid out, 10% of what US based probably
Yeah.
ads are. Um,
Yeah, you're
so
getting
I,
there.
so I'm gonna say you made, I don't, I'll throw out a number, 20,000, 25,000 from display ads,
Yeah.
and maybe twice that from sponsorships.
On a good month, I make about a grand from ads, display ads,
Is that
and
right?
and combining in 2023, I think I made about $50,000 combining everything, so sponsorship and ads.
Okay.
And my CPM is about $3 ish. I was talking to Sam from My First Million the other day, and he said
Oh
his
yeah.
CPM is $150. And
Holy cow.
yep, and I was like,
It's
it's
a big
only
difference.
$3 for me.
Yeah, no, yeah, my CPMs are definitely like closer to $15 to $20, just depending on,
See,
you
yeah,
know. But yeah, so it's quite a bit more. So,
yeah.
um,
It's an interesting problem to have, because nobody seems to know what the right thing to do is at this point. Because more and more companies are now going to Bangladesh, so the CPM is likely to increase. We are seeing more and more ads on YouTube, uh, and I am now one of the biggest creators there. So I can charge more from sponsors as well. So that's another positive side. But then
yep.
again, yeah, yeah. Sorry to bother
Are
you with that. I'm not sure
Well,
what to do. So I was wondering
no,
if you
it's
know.
interesting. No, it's interesting. D- do you get many clients? Like the business model, right? Ads and sponsorships is part of the business model,
Yeah,
right? But I assume the bigger piece is your agency, right?
yeah.
Do you get client work that are you getting leads from your YouTube channel?
So the way I monetize everything is, I don't the agency only gets clients from primarily Ireland and the UK. All of our
Okay.
clients, we have about 130 clients right now, a little more than that. All of them are from North America. Very few are actually from North America. Most of them are from Ireland and from UK, and some from
Okay.
rest of Europe. So none of our clients are from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we have a course, and the course gets a lot of attention because the YouTube channel is big, because the
Okay. That
Facebook
makes
page is
sense.
big. It has over
Yeah.
20,000 members now, the course, and
Okay.
it that wouldn't have happened without the YouTube channel. So that's the other positive side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. And I mean, continue to build that. I mean, if you have course buyers or a community and you can just keep growing that, right? There definitely is sort of a carrot there of, maybe doubling
Mm.
down there. But if you feel like you got enough time and energy to do also a US based channel, like, hey, there's money there too. So I don't have the right answer, but
No worries.
you got a good thing going, and probably both are okay.
when you started the separate podcast channel and the separate, basically when you divided your one channel into two, uh, I was not sure if that was the right thing to do, because I tried that, and I know big creators do that. They have a separate channel for podcast long form content and then one for regular form content. And
Yeah.
there was a phase in the middle when they had a separate channel for short form content as well. So separate shorts channel for most of the big creators. I upload the same, I upload everything on the same channel. So I have 7 hour plus long video on the same channel, where I have a short and I also have a 10-minute long video, and all of them seem to do well, as long as
Yeah.
they're in the same topic. So I'd be
Yeah.
interested to see what happens with your two channels. I'm sure you'll get it work. But yeah, let's see what happens there. Tell me, Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And just to follow up with that, like I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Like I flip-flopped. I had your opinion for a long time. I had a lot of other people telling me I should split channels for a long time. I sort of landed on this, you know what? I'm going to try it. Worst case scenario, like if it totally flops, I can always just bring the podcast back to the main channel, and
Sure.
you know, is 6-month experiment that, hey, I learned a lesson. But so far, so good. So far, so good. I will say that the podcast, even on a new channel, is still getting a lot of listens. You know, I'm directing a lot of traffic, you know, through social media and my email. And so it's picking up steam. That was the big worry, that nobody would find it on a new channel, but that's not the case. People are still listening in. So
Nice. Spencer, what would you say is the best way to make money online right now for someone who wants to get into one of your spaces?
You know, I don't know if this is the answer that people expect, but I feel like I have said this for a long time. Even though I talk about niche websites a lot, the best way is to create your own product, hands down. Create your own product, whether it's an informational product, a software product, or a physical product. The best way is to have a product that you can sell to people. Find a problem, solve that problem, sell your product. That is absolutely the best way. And that, of course, for people that have followed along with me, that's what I've always done, right? I've always had Longtail Pro, Link Whisper, other software products. I've had a course. You know, I've been into e-commerce. Niche websites are honestly probably take longer to start making money if you're just purely doing SEO, and will probably make you less money in the long run. If you have your own product, build a content engine, build a niche site behind that product, right? So you can get all that traffic. But if you have a product from day one, you can either sell it on Amazon, or you can find other people to promote it for you as an affiliate, whatever that might be. So that would be my, you know, go-to, is like, hey, figure out what you're good at. Whether that's, if you have a background in software, maybe go that route. If you have a background in teaching, maybe create a course. If you have a background in just coming up with cool ideas, create a physical product. But yeah, create a product, sell it.
Most people wouldn't want to do that. Most people would still want to build a niche website or a blog because of the barrier of entry, right? It sounds more difficult when I think about creating a product, and then what product do I create? How do I market it? Then it turns out to be a real business. I don't want a real business. I just want a blog.
I know. It's one of those things. It does sound harder, but having done all of these things, it's not. Building a niche website is as hard as creating a physical product. Like, it really is. Like, and when I say creating a physical product, like, it's so, like, I created the e-commerce business I had was selling pillows. I sold pillows. Really thin pillows was my thing. Literally, it's as easy as sending an email to somebody on Alibaba and say, I want your pillow, but I want it this high instead of, you know, this high, right? Like, that's it. You send an email, they send you a sample in the mail, you lay on it. Did you like the pillow? No, change it. Okay, get another sample. Perfect, I liked it. Send me 100 of those. I'm going to sell them on Amazon now. Like, it's that easy.
Is that how you did it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Nice. How much did it make?
At its peak, gosh, it sold in its peak year. It sold, I'm trying to remember the exact number, but it was about $900,000 worth of pillows that it sold, right? And so the it was profiting about $15,000 to $20,000 a month. For some months were a little bit higher, but it was profiting me about 15 bottom
And
line.
was it all
Yes,
on, how did you market it? All on Amazon,
yeah,
PPC, and organic?
exactly. It was Amazon
Nice.
primarily. So I started on Amazon, just got the listings up, just kind of optimized those listings so that they would rank, right? Like Amazon SEO, essentially. It wasn't complicated.
Yeah.
And some Amazon PPC. And then a year or two in, I created a niche website it was a pillow website that I would rank in Google for a bunch of pillow keywords. And I would just have a link to my own product. Hey, what's the best thin pillows? Mine's the best choice. Go buy it on Amazon. Yeah.
If I consider niche pursuits and then link whisper and then motion invest your main things, what would be your side hustles now? How many side hustles do you have? What are those?
Yeah, so one of them that has been kind of fun over the last year is I'm doing the Amazon influencer program, and I don't
Yeah,
know if you followed along with that at all,
I
but
did. I did.
okay,
But
yeah,
tell for the audience.
it's really different than the Amazon Associates program, which typically, right, you got to send traffic through your affiliate link, whether that's with your website or other places. They click your link, they go buy something on Amazon, and you make money. This is different because you can create a video. You just pick up your phone, do a review of I've got a pen here. I review this pen on my video for a minute. I upload that video directly to Amazon, and so when somebody's on the product page on Amazon, they see your video. If they watch that video and then they buy, you make a commission. So it's so cool because you don't have to send any traffic whatsoever. You do have to get approved as an influencer, so you have to have a following on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. You have a Facebook page. And once you're approved, then you can start uploading videos. And so I've been doing that for about a year. I hired a team. I created the first few videos myself, so I know how to do it. Then I hired a team. They've been creating videos. We've uploaded about 1,000 videos. I made about $6,000 in December, the holiday season,
Yeah.
when everybody's buying on Amazon.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the highest month. I'm back down to reality. This month it'll do 1,500, maybe 2,000, something like that. But
Still good.
that's a side hustle that's been a lot of fun. I'd call that maybe the main one. Another one is I have another niche website that the primary focus is trying to grow the Facebook page and the Facebook following and getting traffic from Facebook. So trying to get some of those Facebook posts to go kind of viral. And I've been doing that for about a year, and we get some posts that take off and do well, but the site itself, nothing to get too excited. Hasn't really taken off yet. It might do a couple $100 a month or something, but I'm hoping we get a strategy in place where it gets much bigger at that point. So
For the Amazon influencer thing, do you know how many followers do you need to get into that?
there is not a specific number. They don't tell you, but
Okay.
most people say around 1,000, which is
Okay.
honestly not a lot, right?
Yeah.
Either 1,000 YouTube subscribers or Facebook page followers. And it's really easy to get 1,000
Yeah.
Facebook page followers if you know what you're doing. So
Yeah. And do you have to buy the product? So I've never done it. I only did the associates program. I've never done influencer program. So if I want to do it, step one is signing up and getting approval from Amazon, showing my
Yep.
1,000 subscriber YouTube channel or Facebook page.
Yep.
What is step two? Do I buy the products before reviewing them?
You have to have the products. So either buy them, or what I did is I just reviewed things that I already had in my house, right?
Okay.
So you can review any product that is currently sold on Amazon. So maybe I bought things 2 years ago that were sold on Amazon. I can review that. Maybe I bought something at Walmart or Home Depot that is also sold on Amazon. I can review that. So I have hundreds of products in my house that were purchased on Amazon, right? And then when I brought in people to help me create the videos, I told them, just review things you have in your house already. So I have not bought any products for this side hustle, right? Like, I don't buy products and then review them. I have stuff in my house that I review. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, it's the shiny object syndrome thing. I am
Yeah,
very, very
totally.
interested in trying that. I'm trying to avoid it. I'll probably
It's
not do
fun.
that.
Yeah.
What if, so your niche site, it's primarily focusing on Facebook to get traffic. Are you trying to do like an arbitrage thing where traffic from Facebook is cheaper than traffic landing on your website?
Well, no, not exactly. I'm not paying for any traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not paying for any traffic. So I'm just growing a Facebook page there,
Mm-hmm.
and then posting. So we will then write an article on our website, and these are not SEO focused articles. These are like more viral type, like,
Gotcha.
hey, what are the top 10 vacation spots in
Yeah.
this state or whatever? Um, you write a short article, maybe it's 500 words long,
Yeah.
that has one great featured image. And then when you post that, all we do is write a sentence or two in the Facebook page, post a link directly, in the
Yeah.
post, and then people, click the link, they go visit the page. Um, the only where I'm spending money is to grow the Facebook page. So I will pay for Facebook likes, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
directly through the Facebook platform. So it's running,
Yeah.
a likes campaign on Facebook, and they can be cheap if you do it right, 5 to 10 cents a like. For
Yeah.
for US based, it's probably much cheaper
Yeah.
for people in Bangladesh or other places. But yeah, grow the Facebook page and then just post 2 or 3 pieces of content a day, and hope that 1 or 2 take off, every now and again, and get a bunch of traffic to your website.
Hmm. If you had to start up a blog like we used to do back in the days,
Yeah.
like break it down for me. I'm not sure when you did when was the last time you did like a blog uh the ones that we used to do back in the days. But yeah, I know you interview a lot of people. Niche Pursuits do a lot of interviews with bloggers, with
hmm
affiliate marketers, or
hmm
I don't know if we should call them affiliate marketers anymore, because everyone has different monetization methods now on their websites. So
Yeah. Yeah.
almost
Good
everyone
point.
have at least affiliate and ads. So we shouldn't call them affiliate marketers, I think. But yeah, break that down step by step. What would be step one if I want to create a blog and then make money from it? What would be step one for me?
Yeah, step one is find a interest or passion, something that you could see yourself actually working on. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be your favorite thing in the world, but it shouldn't be something that you hate, right? Something that you're cool dealing with.
Yeah.
So find an interest. It could be a hobby, whatever it is. Find that sort of niche that you want to go into. Step two would be sort of verifying that niche, looking
Yeah.
at the competition, seeing if there are other successful blogs in that space,
Okay.
and just kind of verifying, hey, there actually is a route here where I can build a big following. And so once you've done that, you've got your niche, then it's time to start doing some keyword research. Of course, buy the domain, find a great domain, set up your hosting, start doing some keyword research and developing a content plan.
How do I do a keyword research, Spencer? So yeah,
Yeah.
no, go ahead and I'll tell you next.
Yeah. So keyword research, there is a lot of tools
Yeah.
out there, right? Honestly, you could probably use any of them.
Plug in
Uber
whatever you want to plug
suggests
in. Don't shy away.
I have no, I don't have anything to plug. I sold Longtail Pro, a long
Yeah.
time ago. So you can check that out if you want, but I get nothing from that. There's Uber Suggest that is free, has a
Yeah.
free version that's pretty decent. I use Ahrefs. Just because I use their whole suite of tools, but it's a little more expensive, right? But basically, go in there, you plug in a sort of seed keyword in your niche, and really just start going through the rabbit hole, right? Of seeing what other websites are ranking for, other ideas that you have, and then you look at each of those keywords individually. And just the very high level way that I do keyword research is I like to find keywords that have weakness in the first page of Google. And so I look for 2 things or 2 websites that I would consider weak ranking on the first page of Google. Find 2 websites that have a low DR. So they're usually either newer websites or just don't have a lot of links pointing to them. If you can find 2 of those, that's great. And then also another thing with that is looking at the number of links pointing to that page, right? So if you can find a newer website with a low DR and it has like 0 or 1 or 2 or less than 10 backlinks pointing to that article, there, you might have a shot there at that particular keyword. So that's high level. What I kind of do is look for that weakness in the SERPs. If it's on target with my niche, I'll add that to my content plan and kind of go from there.
How many keywords do you think you'd select before you start the content? Like a million. At this stage, no, think about me as a beginner and tell me how many should I select? Not you, because I know you spent like 200 grand or something on content last year.
Yes. Yeah, I go big.
No,
I would probably select at least 30 keywords, so you at least know where you're started and where you're headed. That's probably a good enough place to start, and try to create them in clusters, right? So you have sort of groups of 5 to 10 keywords that are similar, right, in similar categories, and so you might do that 2 or 3 times. So, build out 30 keywords. You've got a content plan. And then at that point, you decide, do I write all the content? If you're starting, yes, I would write those first 30 keywords all yourself. Dive in, do it right. Save your money for another day, and kind of figure out how you can get traffic coming to your site after you've written that content.
Do you still worry about the length of the content or what the subtopics of the content should be based on the current SERP results?
I do look at the SERP results. I do try to analyze, topical coverage, right? So subheadings, subtopics, sub-keywords. I do still look at that. Content length is becoming less and less important, in my opinion. We do this on my site now, is that I tell writers, make it only as long as it needs to be to cover the topic.
Yeah.
Don't make it any longer. Try to shorten your content. They require special approval from me if it's going to be over 2,000 words, and that's for niche pursuits. For my particular niche, longer guides are normal. For most niches, right, maybe 1,000 to 1,500 words is more than enough to cover a topic. Right? So shorter content, get right to the point, try to answer the question in the introduction or the first couple of paragraphs. And don't worry so much about the length. Just that's what I'm seeing in Google after the helpful content update, is that those that satisfies the users quickest and best often are those sites that are ranking highest. And so just because you have the longest piece of content out there does not mean you're going to rank highest in Google.
Gotcha. So at this stage, when I'm writing the content, do I use AI? What are your thoughts on AI? Have you used it, and has it played any significant role, either positive or negative?
Yeah, we do use AI in our content process. When you're starting out, I would be very careful. I wouldn't use AI to write the articles, but maybe I would use AI to help brainstorm ideas, right? To say you've got a topic, and maybe you ask AI, can you give me a suggested outline, or what ideas should I include in this article, right? So maybe bullet points that gives you sort of 10 points that you should hit on, and you can throw out half of those like AI's wrong, but these 5 were great ideas, and I'm going to add another 5 of my own, and then write out the article. So brainstorming, using AI to brainstorm would maybe be where I start. We are experimenting with using AI in our writing, but it is similar in that we're using it mostly for brainstorming. So we're doing a lot of listicles on our website right now, and so we'll have the AI help us brainstorm 100 listicle ideas, right? And it helps build out this sort of outline in a way, and then we'll edit that and write intros or conclusions or everything like that. So even now, I don't have AI write an entire article, and I wouldn't advise doing that.
Why is that? Why would you take advice from AI when it comes to brainstorming, but not for actual content creation?
I have found that the AI content is, for lack of a better word, pretty robotic. It's usually detectable. At least for me, it doesn't. It's often quite. it's often verbose. It goes overboard with how much content it produces, and yeah, you can prompt it to do things differently. But I've just found that the quality is better when humans are writing the content. Again, I think it's great to generate ideas, create lists. AI is getting better. You can have it write certain sections, right? But I would just never turn it over 100% to the AI tools. You always need to come back, have somebody edit, flesh it out, write additional sections. That's at least my opinion, and it's what's working well for us is kind of the AI assisted approach.
Do you think there will ever be a penalty or a Google update that targets AI content? Or do you think they'll at least label it as AI content?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think Google has a really hard time detecting AI content as it is,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just going to get harder because the AI tools are getting better and better. Um, I don't, I don't. Hmm. If you were to ask me today, and I acknowledge that I could be totally wrong, but I would lean towards no. I don't think that Google is going to have an AI content penalty. I don't think they have one now. I don't think they'll have one in the future for those reasons because it's going to get harder to detect, and it's going to be so. It's going to be everywhere. Everybody's going to be using AI content. They're going to just have to base their quality on other things.
Do you, so when you tweet, which platform do you think, do you have the most followers in? Is it Twitter?
That's probably where I'm most active. I guess my Facebook group is maybe a little bigger. It's got almost 40,000 in the
Oh,
Facebook
nice.
private Facebook group.
Nice.
But Twitter, yeah, maybe
Do you know
30,000
what
followers.
there is one thing that annoys the shit out of me recently is people use things like Engage AI and also I think raw chat GPT, and what they do is it happens with me a lot on LinkedIn. Whenever I post something, I immediately get like 10-20 replies, and I know that those replies were written with either ChatGPT or Engage AI or any of the
Yep.
other LLMs. And I don't like it. It really annoys me, and I block a lot of them.
Yep. No, I agree. I think for anybody that uses AI, um, you start to recognize AI responses. Like you know that somebody's just responding with AI, or somebody tweets something, you're like, that was clearly written by AI. And I, I don't know what it is, but you just kind of know.
Okay, so I write the 30. So I did the keyword research. I found 30 keywords based on 5-6 clusters. I then create the website. I then start writing about these 30 keywords. I post the articles. What happens next?
hmm Yeah, of course, as you write them, you do want to think about Google, how you're going to rank in Google. So make sure it's SEO focused, like we mentioned, um, that sort of thing. If you have a brand new website, unfortunately, you do have to get the word out that you have a new website. And so you kind of need to go on a marketing tour or a promotions tour to promote that content, connect with other bloggers, do whatever you can, reach out to them via email, find them on social media, follow other influencers, try to connect with them in a real way, right? Don't use AI. Write them real responses, that sort of thing. And at the end of the day, you want to get links pointing to your website. Don't just go out asking for links, but try to provide some value. Maybe you're a podcast guest on somebody else's show, or maybe you just share things that are helpful with others. Maybe you ask if you see that somebody does have a blog that accepts guest posts, offer to write a guest post. By doing these things, right, you're going to get some links pointing to your content, and that's going to get it picked up, indexed by Google quicker, and hopefully rank quicker. So when you have a news website, probably 50% of your time needs to be spent on promotion or link building, to get the word out, to get your blog established just to get noticed. That's just the reality. Yeah.
If you had, so it's a hypothetical question. If you had unlimited budget to promote a blog, uh, and it was still a traditional blog that is monetized with ads and affiliate stuff, and maybe your own product, but primarily ads and your affiliate and different affiliate programs, would you still use SEO as your primary marketing channel, or would you go to, let's say, PPC or Facebook ads or something else?
If I have a traditional blog, well, it depends on how it's monetized, right? You're saying it's monetized with affiliate
Yeah.
and display ads. So I don't know if there's an arbitrage opportunity there, right? If I had an unlimited budget, I would probably test that, right? Figure out which of my landing pages are the most profitable and try out every ad platform known to mankind to, figure out if there is an arbitrage opportunity, right? Can I spend $1 and make $2 on the other end? There probably are opportunities, right? If you have the
Yeah.
right affiliate offer landing page. I guess the more I think about it, right? That's maybe what I would do because that would be a lot faster and technically easier, right? Hey, if I can send 1,000 visitors on Facebook every day, and I
Mm.
know like clockwork, I'm gonna just make more money than I spent. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I would do. Um, if but if I had an unlimited budget, there is a lot of cool things you can do with SEO. You can get a ton of traffic, um, and so I would spend probably a lot of money on building links, right? PR campaigns, doing studies, posting articles that get shared all over the place. Because once you do get that evergreen engine started, SEO can be great. It can be amazing.
Mm. So you famously published 1000 blog posts, and you have a great YouTube video about it. So people who have not seen that, please go to
Yeah.
Niche Pursuits YouTube channel and see that. But yeah, you published 1000 blog posts last year in 2023. Um, why have you decided to do it, and what were the results like?
Yeah. Well, I have been building my blog for a long time. And so I've seen the traction, right, as Niche Pursuits has grown over the years. And I came to the conclusion that, hey, when I publish content, it's working. It might take 6 months to a year to rank and get that traffic. Why not go big, go bigger, right? Let's up the budget. I know I'm going to spend a lot today, but over the long term, I believe, based on my history, that I'm going to get that return. And so that's what I did is, I tried to publish 1,000 blog posts in 2023. I did that. The results are that my traffic has more than tripled overall, with most of those gains coming from SEO, from Google. That content is doing really well. And a lot of people may not know that at the beginning of 2023, so about a year ago, I did not have any display ads on my site at all. But my traffic was increasing so much, I was like, it makes sense to just add display ads on a lot of the content. I don't have display ads on certain pages, affiliate offers and other pages that are more valuable for me. But I put display ads on the site, and so that's become, a nice revenue source as well that I just didn't have before.
Are you going to do that as well this year? Is that the plan in 2024?
I do believe so. Yeah, I think we're going to probably
Nice.
publish about 1,000 articles again.
Nice.
It worked. It worked last year. Let's try it again.
Do you think if I wanted to do that traditional thing of, because a lot of people still do, and I think you have a marketplace where people buy and sell websites, Motion Invest.
Mm-hmm.
You're a co-founder there, so you know this very well. A lot of people still do that blueprint that we just talked about, finding a topic that interests you, the low tier thing, finding opportunities, and then finding keywords that you want to write about, doing the clusters, then doing SEO on top. Do you think this working for foreseeable future, or do you think, because every year or so, every few months actually, you'll see on Twitter that SEO is dead, and after pretty much anything that happens in any industry, it doesn't have to be AI, in robotics, in whatever industry, one of the byproducts of that is SEO being dead, and that happens every few months. Do you think this strategy of creating a blog and monetizing will keep working?
Oh man, I don't know. It's so fascinating to think about. Like honestly, back in 2011, when I quit my job, everybody was writing that SEO was dead. Everyone,
Yeah.
like it was over, game over. And I believe that. That's why I diversified so much. E-commerce, building software products. But here we are 13 years later, and SEO is alive and well. I think it's going to be alive and well for a long time. Like, I don't until a search engine replaces Google, um, you know, I don't see things changing. Like I don't. Google is not going to change their model so much. Like people are going to still be using Google, still searching. The one thing at the beginning of the year that was kind of interesting is that Google released their SGE, their search generative results, trying to use AI to
Yep.
provide answers. There's been a lot of evidence that that's not working, that Google's kind of pulling that back and may not be rolling that out. And so they're sticking to the original SEO game plan. A lot of people are like, oh, we're going to have our own personal chatbots. We're going to just ask
Yeah.
OpenAI our questions and no longer go to Google. I'm not seeing that. The general public isn't doing that. So for the foreseeable future, as long as we're using Google, SEO is alive and well. I don't know when that will change. Someday, probably it will, but I don't see it on the horizon in the next couple of years. That's for sure.
Nice. Tell us about the, because you have that marketplace Motion Invest. I'm sure you see a lot of deals. Uh, a lot of websites get sold there, and a lot of them probably don't get offers or don't get sold on the marketplace. So, what kind of websites do you think are easy to sell? What are the most difficult ones to sell, and what gets most multiples?
Yeah. A lot of it comes down to consistency of traffic and earnings, right? A buyer wants to see a website that is, either at a consistent traffic level or consistently growing, right? And same with the earnings. So that's going to get the highest multiple. Primarily on Motion Invest, we are selling sites that are powered by SEO, organic traffic. So traffic source diversification would be another thing that would just add sort of an even bigger green flag, right? If it's getting a bunch of SEO traffic, plus it's doing well on Pinterest, plus it's doing well on, whatever other platform, Facebook, that's going to get the highest multiple. And so you can kind of just take the opposite look at that to figure out what's going to get the lowest multiple. It's a declining website. It's a site that 1 month does really well with traffic and then the next month gets none. Then the next month gets a bunch of traffic and then the next month, inconsistency is something that is just going to kill the multiple. And if it's reliant on one traffic source, and even worse is like one or two keywords, right? So maybe you've got one article that is just getting 100,000 visitors a month. That's a huge red flag, and that's not going to get a very good multiple.
Gotcha. Right. Is there, so if I'm someone who's watching this or who reads nichepursuits.com or one of these other blogs and wants to make money online and wants to do 2, 3 quick things that they can do within like next month or so to start getting into that process of making money online, get into that right path, what would that look like? You were very matured when you started your online money making journey, where you knew exactly what to do. You had a job as well, so you had some cushion there. Let's just say you had a backup plan in case things didn't work
For
out.
sure.
Yeah. What would someone, if they can do 1, 2, 3 things immediately to get into that right path, what would those things be?
I would think they need to try not to take shortcuts, unfortunately. Like I find a lot of times when people try to build a business online, they're often looking for a shortcut, an easy button. Just use AI and publish 1,000 articles, or just get automated robots to do social media for me. Easy button. I would avoid all of that. Unfortunately, find a real audience, find a real niche, find people that you're trying to help, and truly produce content or create products that are going to serve that audience. And so I don't necessarily want to give one idea, hey, go be an Amazon influencer, or hey, go start a blog, or hey, go start a physical product, because it just varies on everybody's situation. But I would advise just getting started sooner rather than later. Like, do jump in as soon as possible and start creating content or start coming up with product ideas, because the longer you wait and analyze things, like, things don't get easier. Like, you just got to jump in and learn and do it. But yeah, like I said, don't look for that easy button. Just, the reality is you got to put in the work, and but if you do, the results will follow because you're doing more work. You're probably doing a better job than 90% of people just trying to take shortcuts.
Do you ever, sorry, that was supposed to be the last question. Do you ever feel that you don't get the respect that you should because it's an internet business and not a restaurant, for example. Have you ever felt that?
Yeah, I suppose so. In a way, right? It's often difficult to explain to people what I do for a living,
Yeah.
right? For a long time, right? It's like, hey, I've got a portfolio of niche websites that rank in Google. Like, talking to somebody you meet on the street or whoever, they don't really understand that. Um, in recent years, it's become a lot easier
Hmm.
um, because people are starting to understand digital marketing a lot better, and blogging and Google and all of that. So it's getting a little easier to be respected for an online business, but for a long time, yeah, people just didn't understand what I was doing. So.
Cool. Listen, thanks a lot for doing this, and I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy, and yeah, I have some people watching this, so if you want to send them somewhere, feel free. It's your time.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate you allowing me to come on, share my story. It's good to connect again after all the
Yeah.
years. But yeah, the main place people can go is just, nichepursuits.com if they want to read the blog. I'm active on Twitter, so it's at Niche Pursuits. Of course, the YouTube channel. I'd love it if you subscribe to the Niche Pursuits YouTube channel. And if you happen to be a blogger and are, writing content, Link Whisperer is an internal linking plugin that is for WordPress that I created. You can go over to linkwhisperer.com and check that out.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you.